Hello and welcome to Lunch Break Reviews. I'm Bradley Butin, your self-proclaimed Emperor of Awesome, here to dive into the best and sometimes the worst of what's playing at the movies. Each week I'll spotlight one big release and put it through the Lunch Break Point System, rating everything from its main course to its leftover appeal. We'll cover a couple of reviews, the box office buzz, and my own take on whether this movie deserves a place in your lunch break lineup, all in about 30 minutes or less. For more reviews on TV shows and comics, check out our mini episodes, also on TikTok, I can't talk today, and YouTube throughout the week. Now, let's get into it, but first, that's right, let's recap last week's top box office and then get into this week's movie. Moana 2. Ready to go through the lunch break point system? We will find out. Last week, I'm pretty sure we know what came on top. But let's start in fifth place. Hanging in there for the fifth week in a row, Venom 3. Brought in 3.9 million with a total of 136 million. Bonhoeffer. This is an Angel Studios movie. It kind of got lost in the mix of everything, so if you haven't heard about it, don't feel bad. That brought in 5 million in a big movie weekend and had a total of 8.3 million. It's been out for 1 week. Coming in at third place in the box office, that is Red 1. Sitting at 13 million made with a total of 68 million, and this only been out for 2 weeks and cost about 250 million to make, so we'll see how that ends up. Gladiator 2 came in second place, brought in a whopping 55 million with a total of 93 million. It's been out for 1 week. And Wicked, holy cow, 113 million was made last weekend this is November 22nd through the 24th, with a total of 214 million. It's only been out for a week. So, damn. It's a good movie. I have seen all of those except for Bonhoeffer. So, I would suggest all of them, but I would probably wait for Red 1 to come out on streaming. I didn't like that movie very much. It was okay. So, let's get into Moana. Here are some of the details. Moana 2 was released on November 27th and is currently sitting with an IMDb rating of a 7.1 out of 10 with a grand total of about 14,000 reviews on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes currently has it sitting at a 65% on the tomato meter and an 87% on the popcorn meter, with a synopsis being: after receiving an unexpected call from her wayfinding ancestors, Moana must journey to the far seas of Oceania and into dangerous, long-lost waters for an adventure unlike anything she's ever faced. And the top billing on this one goes to it was directed by David G. Derrick Jr., Jason Hand, Dana LeDoux Miller. Written by Jared Bush, Dana LeDoux Miller, Beck Smith. Main cast is Ali Cavallo. I am so sorry for mispronouncing your name. Shame on me, but you were awesome. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Haluli Chung, Rose Matefu, Tamira Morrison, Nicole Scherzinger. And I got the critic consensus on this is riding high on a wave of stunning animation, even when its story runs adrift. Moana 2 isn't as inspired as the original, but still delights as a colorful adventure. And I tend to agree with that. Pretty much right on, actually. Let's go over some user reviews. Now, these reviews are chosen based on title alone. I haven't read them beforehand, so let's dive in together. Please excuse any mispronunciations as I read them exactly as they appear, punctuation quirks and all. Okay, we're going to start with some bad reviews. Okay, this is a 1 out of 10 and is by SD Fanny Estrada from the 27th of November, 2024, and is titled Sadly Disappointing. This sequel was very disappointing because of a because of bland and poorly written. But that's not the disappointing part. What's sad is that Disney decided to make this into a movie when it was originally going to be a short TV show on Disney Plus. However, since they've lost money, they needed an instant cash grab. They hired cheaper animators and didn't get the original songwriter or directors of the first movie. It is not the worst, but definitely felt like a direct-to-DVD sequel. Do not give Disney your money, please, because they will keep doing half-assed sequels like this. If you want a more depth review, watch Sharfila's review or 20.24 frames of Nick. Yeah, I disagree with that, man, but I'll get into that more with the Lunchbreak Point System. Let's do another bad review. Okay, this is another 1 out of 10 from Andy Yorosio-05237, dated the 30th of November 2024. Worst movie I have ever seen. Spoiler, I love the first Moana. This one not so much. The first red flag should have been the weak marketing for this movie, as there was not much exciting content to include in trailers. Secondly, once I heard this was a Disney Plus show turned movie, I immediately lowered my expectations. Yet somehow I was still disappointed. Zero immersion of storyline whatsoever. How they managed to make animated characters appear like they're on a low-budget movie set needs to be studied. A lot of unnecessary characters with zero impact on the story. Two main villains that barely have any screen time, nor very difficult to defeat. Poor attempts to replicate catchy music from the first one. Weak score, bad audio in general, with no ambiance. If this wasn't a cash grab by Disney, I'd be a little less harsh, but unfortunately it is. A spin-off movie for the chicken, pig, and coconuts would have been much more entertaining. I mean, I would watch that. I would definitely watch that, but that's where the TV show needs to be. Let's see a show with the coconuts. Okay, let's do another bad review. Okay, this is another 1 out of 10 from Rosny Woman, dated the 27th of November. And is titled, Save Your Money and More Importantly, Your Time. ... Not good. I went with 5 kids that all loved the first Moana. 2 of the kids wore Moana dresses religiously everywhere we went when they were younger. To say they are Moana obsessed is an understatement. These kids, however, couldn't have been more bored. All were sick of the watching less than halfway through. The songs weren't catchy at all like the ones in the first movie. I can't even recall a single one. Plot was mediocre and not something engaging for a kid. All around poorly executed. Family movie night was a bomb, and I'd rather replace it with literally any other memory or activity. Save your money, folks. And if you have to see it, then wait for it to hit Disney Plus. Okay, there is some harshness to those bad reviews. Do any of them make any valid points? I don't know, man. I guess I didn't know that it was supposed to be a direct to Disney Plus TV show. I didn't get that. As a matter of fact, I thought at points that animation was real, man. That animation was great, in my opinion. That's just me, I guess. Let's go over some good reviews. All right, this is a 10 out of 10 from Sam Kolaski, dated the 29th of November, and is called Another Challenger Trying to Top the Greatness of Morbius. Yeah, real title. That's what hooked me. So, going into this movie, I was skeptical. Very skeptical. I could not find any enjoyment from the first Moana. In fact, the first Moana unsettled me because the pig scared me tremendously. The story also just wasn't very good, and I didn't like the decision to give Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hair. The first Moana was Disney's test to see how much unsettling things we could handle, and well, I guess people handled it well enough to make a part 2. So now that I lost my family due to Arcane League of Legends, I had nobody to have Thanksgiving with, so instead, I watched this. This is a masterpiece straight from the artistic mind of Lana Ledoux Miller. In fact, while watching this movie, I felt threatened that it was going to take the place of Morbius as my more best movie. In fact, it got so close to taking its place. I had to think over my life decisions to prepare for a new more best movie. I realized I made a lot of bad decisions in my life. Like how Vietnam tore me apart. I can proudly say that this movie is my third more best movie. My second place more best movie has Geit to be Marvel's. Go check out my review so everything can make sense. Now I hear you asking, why is Moana 2 so good? It's simply more-tastic. I'm gonna go check that out later. That's awesome. Cool. 10 out of 10. I know that was tongue-in-cheek, but you still gave it a 10 out of 10. And I'm closer to you than the other side. So let's go. Another good review. This is another 10 out of 10 from Guardian92, dated on the 27th of November, 2024, and is titled, A Magical and Heartfelt Sequel. Moana 2 is everything a sequel should be: visually stunning, emotionally captivating, and filled with the heart. The animation is absolutely breathtaking, with vibrant colors and incredible attention to detail that bring the ocean and islands to life. The story delivers a beautiful balance of adventure, humor, and heartfelt moments, making it a memorable journey for audience of all ages. I found myself laughing at Hei's hilarious antics and melting over Pua's adorable moments. Moana's personal growth and the introduction of new characters added even more magic to the already beloved world. The songs, while not as iconic as the original, are still powerful and beautifully woven into the narrative. The themes of courage, self-discovery, and connection are inspiring and left me feeling uplifted and in awe. This movie is a masterpiece and a must-see for Disney fans and anyone who loves an emotional and visually stunning journey. I'd give it a solid 10 out of 10. All right. I like it. I like it a lot. How about another good review? This is another 10 out of 10 and is from Ardizly. That is an Faridfazly. Fardivazly. Okay, cool. Enough. 30 from the 30th of November, 2024. And is titled, This Film is Actually Good. Warning, spoilers. I still remember the feeling of sentimental that I had when I first watched Moana in cinema, where there was this young, courageous woman named Moana who returned the heart to Te to ensure the safety of her own people. It was full of excitement and enjoyable. The songs were great, and not to forget the details of the animation too. I just felt like the first Moana. Moana 2 has a predictable ending, but there is a twist. In the after credit scene, it shows that Matangi, who is supposed to be free from the Nalo, still being caught. Does this mean Moana 3 is coming soon? I don't know. Some reviewers said that the songs chosen in this film were quite bland compared to the first Moana, but for me, the songs are powerful and full of emotions, even though I do agree with certain points that they weren't as catchy as before. But the movie overall was such a heartfelt and touching experience, especially the whole storyline, emphasizing the themes of courage, family, Polynesian culture, not to mention the great cast chosen for the characters and incredible animation design. Everything was superb, and I can't wait for Moana 3. Well done. We got 3 good, we got 3 bad. Now it's time to find out where I'm going to put this on the Lunchbreak Point System, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so let me know your thoughts on these reviews. Let me know. Please, I want to know. Here's how the lunch break point system is going to work. I got 5 categories, and those are main course, side dish, spice level, leftover appeal, and dessert. The main dish is going to be how satisfying is the movie overall. Okay, 1 out of 5 on each of them. Side dish, supporting elements like cast and cinematography. Do they add the right flavor to the movie? Spice level, is it exciting or intense? This measures how much it keeps you hooked. Leftover appeal, would you want to watch it again, or does it fade away fast? And dessert, the extra special something makes it memorable. And then I got a couple of areas for extra points if you need it. I got a snack factor, a lunch crowd, or break room talk. But let's see where I put this all. Main course, let's see. I'm thinking a 5 is too much. I think a 4 is too. How satisfying was it overall? I'm going to give it right there in the middle. I'm going to go with 3. 3 for how satisfying I was with it. It's going to teeter between a 3 and a 4, I'm sure. If I did points, it'd probably be like a 3.5. But because I'm not, it's going to be a solid 3. Side dish. Supporting elements like cast and cinematography. Do they add the right flavor? And I think that's a high yes. So I'm going to give this a 4. Spice level, is it exciting or intense? It was. It was. Could it have been more? I think so, but we're going to give that a 4 as well. All right, so we're sitting at 11 points right now. Leftover appeal, would you watch it again, or does it fade fast? It fades fast for me. It faded pretty fast. And so I think for that, I'm going to give it a 2. And finally, dessert, we are going to go now the extra special something that makes it memorable. I think there's parts in it. They didn't do much with the new characters. And I think I'm going to go right in the middle with this one as well with a 3. So we're going to have 16 points there. Now, can we give it an extra point or more? Okay, so a snack factor. Was it quick, fun, and easy to digest? Yeah, I think so. Let's give it a point for that. So we can put it at 17. Lunch crowd, broad appeal for all audiences. I mean, it maybe. I'm not gonna give it any more. We're gonna sit with 17 points on the lunch break point system. And so let's go ahead and start putting a pin in things here. My top 5 anticipations for this week are Skeleton Crew. Comes out on December 2nd. I can't wait for this. Creature Commandos comes out on the 5th. I also cannot wait for that as well. And then there's some good comics that just came out. It came out this week, but I'm not going to get to them until probably today or tomorrow. Absolute Wonder Woman number 2. Boom. Black Canary, best of the best. Hell yes. And I'm finally going to get around to Green Arrow number 18. So there's my top 5 for the week. Upcoming movie releases. Well, I'm not really excited for them, but I don't even know which one I'm going to go view. Probably Werewolves or Y2K or The Return all come out on December 6th. So do we have a full December week? I think we do. I think I'm going to probably try to get some minisodes, some probably all comic minisodes. I don't know if I might do Skeleton Crew probably. We'll see. So I got questions for you. Yes, I do. What movie are you most excited to see this week and next? Also, where would you rank Moana? Do you agree with my rating on the lunch break point system? Which movie do you think will win the box office for this weekend? Wicked or Moana 2? Okay, you can follow me on social media. Talk to me. I like to talk. If you can't tell, look me up on Facebook at Nerd Positive, YouTube at Nerd Positive 1, TikTok at Nerd Positive 1, and at movies.bs, and Instagram at the Fandemic 1 or X Nerd Dad Brad. If you want to support the show, there are several ways to do so. Go to buymeacoffee.com/nerdpositive or patreon.com/nerdpositive. Join the Council of Nerds for exclusive content. And that's a wrap on this week's Lunch Break Reviews. Thanks for tuning in and joining me, the self-proclaimed Emperor of Awesome, Bradley Butin. If you enjoyed the show, today's dive into the box office hits and misses, don't forget to subscribe and leave 5-star review. Catch our mini episodes throughout the week on TikTok and YouTube for all things TV and comics. Until next time, keep watching, keep reading, and keep being awesome. See you next Sunday, same time, same place, for another edition of Lunch Break Reviews. Have a good day.